Hey guys, Jen here from Craft Penguin Planner. Welcome to my channel. Today we are planning the week of April 4th through the 10th in my Paint Pages B6 Hybrid. We're doing the weekly spread. And I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's use the Oregon Trail kit. That is a collab with TPC Nation Shop and Keep It Simple Stickers and Allie Woods, who did all the artwork for this kit. So I kind of thought, it's been a week, and this week coming up is gonna be another busy one, so I kind of feel like I'm trying to stay afloat, like fording the river and such. Yeah. If you know, you know. You guys ever play Oregon Trail? You remember that game? I remember it. I remember playing that growing up. It was a great game. You can actually play it online, right? I don't remember the website, but if you Google it, you'll find it. You can, there's a site you can go on, and it still uses like the old keys where you have to push one or whatever to do this and hit enter. And yeah, I've done it a few times here and there, not frequently, trust me. All right, so let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. You guys, this planner has gotten really chunky. It's a good thing this is only a 4-month planner, because it's only 3 months into it. This is going into the 4th month, and she be chunky already, like barely. I can't keep it flat anymore. So this is the one I use for marking posting schedule for myself and my PR team. And I just write all that. That way we stay on track. All right. So, yeah, this week has been fun, to say the least. I think I'm just going to go straight down the line with these. And we'll go from there. It has been a very tiring week because of how much has been going on in my world, between home and shop. I've been tired. Okay. And I probably won't use most, if any of these, we'll see in this spread, but these ones I will use within the daily during the week, if nothing else. So that's one of the cool things about this, and having those extra boxes works for me. So yeah, let me tell you about this week. It's, like I said, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Like, I forgot I had this on the schedule today. Tired. Okay, I didn't forget it at 7 o'clock this morning. We'll get there. But I did afterwards. After putting it in my planner, I promptly forgot. So let's see. Monday, I had to get up early. Not ridiculously early, but I had to get up early because I had a doctor's appointment. This is my pain management appointment, and it's in Newport News, so it's the next city over, and so it's like 20 minutes. And of course, they want you there like, 15, 20 minutes or so before your appointment time? Yeah. So that was at like 10:30. So I had to be up a little bit earlier than normal. Okay. I think I got up at 8. So that was the first day of me being a little bit more tired than normal. But, you know, I also worked really hard all day with Shoppiversary packages, which, guys, I did want to say a huge, huge thank you. I meant to mention it the last time. Those literally flew off the shelves faster than I imagined. They were gone in, well, almost all of them sold out the first day. There were just like 4 or 5 left for the next morning, and those were gone early. So, yeah. Okay, maybe it is this size that would need to go up here. And they were gone really, really fast. So thank you guys so much for your support. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And I mean, like, I had more boxes this year than last year, and they still sold out like very fast. I'm only one person. I can only do so many. So I don't know how many I will do next year. We'll see closer to then. It's just going to depend on when I settle on a theme and how much I can get pulled together early enough, and we'll go from there. I thought I had a decent amount, and there were still several people who commented saying they missed out, and, you know, just because they didn't get to it fast enough. And, you know, I get it. I do. I can't do but so many at a time anyway. All right. I'm trying, but I always manage to get them where they overlap. I don't know how Caitlin does it, where they don't try to hug each other too much. But, you know what? I don't even know if I need all of them or not. So maybe I will leave the one. Well, I was going to leave the one on there, but this one said, nope, I'm coming up too. It's all right. I can always put it back down on the sheet if I don't need it, because it does actually speed things up if it's on your hand. How? I don't even know, but it does. Takes a minute to get them on the hand. Ooh, that one actually did okay. So, yeah, so again, thank you so much for all your support, and for 5 years. 5 years is a huge, huge milestone for me and my shop. It's one of those things that, like, when I had my shop before, I definitely didn't see 5 years with my crochet shop. And that was just more or less because A, this shop had taken off, and B, my hand just couldn't tolerate it and keep up with the demand. So I couldn't keep going. No, we're not even going to start with green, because then it's going to all align with this, and I don't want it to be that way. So let's be weird and start in a different spot. Okay, so yeah, so Monday started off with bright and early doctor's appointment, fun times, and not so fun times, because A, it took what seemed like forever for the doctor to come in. You know how that goes, you know. And then B, when the doctor's like, well, okay, we've done this, that, and the other, and still no luck helping with the pain, and so wants me to go for another MRI, because the last one was almost 4 years ago. and just to check things and make sure that, you know, things are okay. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe it's a pinched nerve and not actually the SI joint itself, kind of thing. So we're seeing what we can do, which reminds me that they were supposed to call and with the schedule for that this week, and I never got a phone call for that. I may have to call them on Monday. Okay, so that was that one. Back over to green, right? Green then blue. So yeah, and then depends on that. There may not be much more he can do for me, which is not what you really want to hear, because I've been through everything else already. And the last thing you want to hear is there's really not much more they can do, and then you're just stuck with being in pain forever. Fun. Not really. You know, that's a sarcastic fun. At least I hope you do. But anywho, moving on. Tuesday, I had to be up bright and early. Now, I keep forgetting where I leave off. Okay, it was that one, so let's stick back to green. I had to be up bright and early because Michael and Sons was supposed to be here between... Oh, he told me straight up beforehand, because it was the same guy who came to do the estimate for the tankless water heater for us. He told me it would be, even though the window said between like 8 and 10 or something like that, he said it wouldn't be until at least 9. He said it would be between more like 9 to 10, because he had to go pick up the stuff first. So, and then of course they're really good about calling when they're on the way, so you kind of know. But still, because of that, I had to be up and I had to be dressed, if nothing else. So I didn't get up super duper duper early, but I still got up early, because even though he said between more like 9 and 10, I wanted to be at least somewhat awake. But I got up closer to 7:30, I think, which is still, for me, ridiculously early. So he got here right around 9. I want to say it was right around 9, just after 9. And as soon as he got here, he said he might have to reschedule for the next day. And that was because as he was pulling up at the house, he got a phone call that his roofer was out on an emergency. So the roofer wouldn't be able to get here until that Wednesday anyways. And because of that, it would actually leave me without hot water or gas if he proceeded to start on this on Tuesday. So I would literally be without 2 utilities until the next day when they could get in. So we were scheduled for the following day. With that, though, it's like, all right, well, so Tuesday, I literally was able to come into the office and just bang out a bunch early, because I no longer had all the things to do. Which, oh, was it the sheet? Oh, yeah, it is. I thought something looked weird because it was upside down. See, I didn't need that extra green. I thought there was like a couple that I wasn't gonna need. So then, yeah, we rescheduled for the next day. All the things. Guys, I gotta keep at least a peek out on the time because I have to post a giveaway in the TPC group in like 6 minutes. Yeah. I timed filming this poorly. However, we'll get there. All right, let's see. So, so we rescheduled that for the next day, Tuesday. And the only thing at this point was he said this time he would be earlier because he didn't have to go pick everything up. He already picked it up. So he actually left the unit itself, that big old box, here at the house. And you know, kept all the other parts and things in the truck. But at least that big box was out of the way. It was kind of tucked out of the way in my house too. It wasn't like in my way. So we'll be doing Panichi on Tuesday and the daily for Saturday. So I need to remember to sit and film this week and not like forget like I do randomly at times. So yeah, then that meant Wednesday I had to wake up early before the sun because well now he's gonna be here ridiculously early. No, actually he called me around 8:30 when he was about 30 minutes out. He said he was about 30 minutes out. He was slightly less than 30 minutes out. It's all good. It's all good. It's just an estimate, you know, depends on traffic and all that. So, yeah, he got here just before 9 and got started. Of course, there was a lot of things and whatnot that I just decided to kind of stay out in the living room area. I was going to come into the office and do some work that day while he was working, but we had some hiccups. First of which was he went out to go cut the water off at the meter, and he couldn't cut it off. I think I told you that like several weeks ago, probably like a month ago, we had some issues with a leak out that, This time is a leak on the water, the city side, where the cutoff is broken. Yeah, fun times. We've had nothing but problems since they put this new smart meter in. So they got this smart meter, and, you know, so because it's a smart meter, Waterworks can cut the water off remotely, which is kind of cool, but kind of stinks at the same time. Because he had to call them to go, hey, look, I need the water cut off because there's an issue. It's leaking out there and I can't do anything. He called them and they were giving him a hard time. They called and woke my husband up rather than just talking to me, who was literally right there. And he calls me going, what is going on? Because Waterworks is blowing his phone up. He was asleep. So I'm like, why? And he actually fussed at them and was like, come on, she has a freaking power of attorney. You can talk to her. Because we did get that taken care of while he was home. It's something we had talked about possibly doing at some point, just in case, with things that need signing or doing at the house, and he's not home. I can handle the things. Okay, let me push this button real quick. Because I was at least smart enough and set the giveaway up prior to starting to film. But, there we go. Now you've got my attention back. See, that was painless. Wednesday is the day before the sale, the big old live. It's also my IG takeover day. So, and it's releases for me. So that's why I went ahead and used the big ones here. I thought I may as well just go ahead and stick a lot of this stuff in one box. Big ol' live. I said it was my takeover. Okay. And then that'll be new releases. I'll put that down after. But anywho, so he had already started draining our hot water tank. The reason we wanted to go ahead and get this done is because we knew our water heater was like close to 13 years old. We put the thing in when we moved in here. So we knew how old it was, because the one that was in here prior to was like almost as old as me at the time. It was like almost 20 years old. Yeah. So we knew it was due. We knew we were playing with fire. With time on that. So we decided, okay, it's time to get this replaced. We decided to go with the tankless just because of well, peace of mind. They last longer, less to worry about in terms of water everywhere. If it goes bad, you don't have that problem like with a regular tank. Got a 40-gallon tank, and that water has to go somewhere if it busts. We don't want that. So yeah, we'll do the 3 days, and then you know what, I'm gonna actually use this to mark 2 things because I can. So, because it's my giveaway that day too. So we'll just use it for both TPC related things. So yeah, he literally spent at least 20 minutes on the phone trying to get the water cut off. In the meantime, he's pulling the water heater to try to, you know, tip the top just a little bit and try to make sure it's fully, you know, drained as much as he can. And it starts leaking at the top when he does this. It was all disconnected, but when he disconnected that piece, it started leaking. So he's just like really trying to hurry them up and get them to shut the water off. It didn't take him long once he finally got a hold of somebody and got them to like, he's like, are you know, they had to talk to the homeowner, which they wouldn't speak to me. Craziness. That's what it is. Oh, this, I need the 2 days on here. What do I want to use for that? I may need, and I don't think I grabbed it down, so I may have to, like, try to find where I put them. I might need my, grab my single checklist boxes just in case, because I think I'm going to need them. Let's, yeah, let's do it this way. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. But anywho, he finally got it where they shut the water off. But then he's like, they said, one of us have to call them back to turn it back on. As in me or my husband, who clearly isn't home. But, you know. So then, okay, Tuesday, I need to put something else down. This is related to my shop. Currently, right now, if you haven't been on my social medias, go check. Because I have a giveaway going on for one of my Shopiversary packages. It is the only package that is now available. It's not available for sale. It is a giveaway. I do one every year. There is a link you can go to. I can always, hopefully I remember. I can always link that link down below and you can go enter. You have until midnight on Tuesday to enter. Some of them are options that you can do daily. Some of them are just, you know what, I just realized I haven't done this yet. Some of them are just a single time type thing. So, you know, lots of entry options. Go enter to win if you're interested in that. But that's because that's the day that it ends. And then I'll draw the winner on Wednesday, which I really didn't think when I was scheduling this, did I? Because Wednesday is going to be crazy, being the day before the sale starts. Yeah. Which, spoiler alert, I currently don't even have much of anything ready to go for releases for Wednesday. But, you know, I work well under pressure, I guess. So, but that's because I've been working on the boxes. That's truthfully why. Anyways, back to Wednesday. So then it comes time. He's at a point where he's done everything with the water. The water can get turned back on. Now all he has to do is the gas stuff because we have gas water heater. So he says you can go ahead and call them and get it back on. I was on hold for over 20 minutes before I could finally get a hold of somebody, anybody, just to tell them to turn my water back on. And then once I got on the phone and, you know, explained to her, yeah, there's a problem at the meter, so the contractor called to get the cut off, and I just need it back on. He's ready for it to be back on. And she's like, hold on. She comes back. When was it turned off? Today? Yes. Okay, hold on. And then she comes back. You guys, this was a mess. She comes back to then be like, well, Isn't there a leak? They haven't come out there to fix it yet. Because Waterworks is supposed to come out to fix that. Because it's on the city side. It's not my problem. I'm like, ma'am, I understand that. But that is outside at the meter. My contractor's ready to turn the water back on so he can finish his job. And we need water back in the house. I literally had to spell it out for her to understand, turn the water on. I don't care if it's leaking out there. That's not my problem at this point. It's before the meter, so it's not registering on my meter. All right, so this will be day 2. And I'll have something else I'll put there too. Yeah, let's just use this and we'll fill this box up. So I'm like, yeah, just turn the water back on. And finally, after almost 15 minutes more after already having been on hold for over 20, finally got through to them that, yeah, it's okay to turn the water on. We're not leaking in my house. Like, turn it back on. So finally got that back on. That was such a hassle. Like, it literally should not have taken 30 plus minutes of my day to turn the water on after about that much time that Drew spent trying to get it turned off. It was nuts. So yeah, that was an adventure. But once that got put in and finished up, he looks at me, he's like, all right, enjoy your 9-hour shower when it was all said and done, because with the tankless, I now have basically endless hot water. It still takes time to heat up. It's not instant like some think. It's not instant. It's just, there's no tank. It still takes a minute or so to heat up, but once it does, you've got constant hot water. He's like, you can have 5 people taking showers back to back, run the dishwasher, run the laundry, be doing dishes in the sink, and you'd still have hot water. That's just, how it works. You can have all the things happening and you're still going to have hot water. It's just constant. But, so it's nice. Take some getting used to, obviously, being a little different, but hey, I don't care. It takes up a whole lot less space and it's one less thing I have to worry about. At least I know, though, that we made a good decision, because that other one did start leaking from the top when he pulled it out. So it was literally on borrowed time. We were going to have problems with it very soon. And I'm glad we decided to do something about it while we can. So yeah. And then Thursday I hustled all day. I actually slept in Thursday because I could. Friday I slept in because, well, I could. It was my shop anniversary. 5 years yesterday. I'm so excited about that. And again, thank you for 5 years. I couldn't do it without you guys. Like, really. If it weren't for you all, CPP wouldn't be where it is today. There's no two ways about that. So, then yesterday I did a lot of games and such in my Facebook group, which are still going on right now. I'm going to close those tomorrow. So if you are in my group and you want to go play, go do that. If you're not, go join and go do that. I like to have fun in there. So, you know, those are all for some happy mail I will send out to random winners who played. And then, let's see. Today has been another long day because when Drew was here working on Wednesday, he obviously, I don't need that one anymore. He obviously had to hook up, had to do some stuff out at the meter for the gas. Well, when he did that, he noticed that the pipe that leads out to the garage, which was there prior to us moving in anyway. But that pipe, that gas line going out there, which is being used now because my husband bought a natural gas grill, you know. So that, he noticed that that line is unsleeved. Whatever that really means. I'm not a specialist in pipes. And which means it's not up to code. And he has to have an inspector come out to look at stuff. So he mentioned it because it's kind of a gray area. He said, being an existing pipe, the inspector may not say anything about it, but then again, he might because he had to connect into it. So we decided to pay the extra to have him come back out and replace that line with the proper thing. So I had to be up bright and early again this morning because he was here by like just before 9. So yeah, it has been a week. It has been a week. And meantime, right now I have a trench in my backyard with caution tape around it because it has to stay open for the inspector to see, which won't be able to be scheduled until Monday at least. I'll get a phone call Monday and we can get all that lined up. And then he'll come back and he'll fill it all in. So I think the only stickers really left at this point are this one and a couple of these little skinny headers, which can be used in my daily when I use these too. So that is it. We'll just condense that down as I knock my planner pages over because that's how my life goes sometimes. And yeah, so I think this is it for now. We know this fills in as the week goes on. Like this week has filled in so much more than what it started with, to say the least. But Anywho, that's how my week has been. It has been busy. It has been crazy. Thursday, I got boxes out, which was a day early. I literally, you guys, I got to tell you this. Like, I finished, got the labels on them, and was ready. You know, they were completely done and ready. And there was about 20-ish minutes until the post office closed. Maybe 25 at that point. So I looked at the time. I was like, all right, post office closes at 4:30. It's a few minutes after 4 at this point. So I literally flew outside, threw up in the back of my Jeep, pushed stuff around, ran back in. I didn't run. I don't run. But, you know, speed walk. Came back in, grabbed a handful, ran it out there, threw it in the Jeep, back in. A couple of loads later, closed it all up, got to the post office at 4:15, and started hauling those in. It started raining right as I was loading it up to leave here. But that didn't stop me. I got there. I dropped them off. Boom. And most of them, okay, I would say about 75% of them have been delivered already. The last little bit is looking like Monday from the tracking. So fingers crossed there. All right, guys, I'm getting off of here. I'm going to go make myself dinner because it's late. It's already almost 8. I'm going to go cook some dinner, which is going to take about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch some Hallmark. And I'm going to plan. So I hope you have a fabulous evening. Have a fabulous rest of your weekend. And we'll chat soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all the things. And I'll see you then. Bye.